In Thebes, Dionysus's mortal mother was a royal, but she was soon shunned for her affair with Zeus. Hence, to Dionysus, Thebians were worse than disloyal, and this tale is of the wrath that the god was to induce. Later, the king of Thebes was Pentheus, a proud man who liked his city tightly regulated. So when Dionysus stirred his great fuss, Pentheus was all too easily baited. Dionysus came disguised as a stranger, followed by his female worshippers, the Bacchae. In the forest they would sing and dance in nature, angering Pentheus by refuting his anti-Dionysus decree. All the city women joined in this mysterious worship, even Agave, the mother of Pentheus. However, their devotion could drive them into a mad morality slip, where they sometimes killed, becoming rabid and murderous. Pentheus blamed the stranger for introducing such unorthodox actions, and decided that starting with him would put an end to the lunacy. So he unknowingly arrested a god, unaware of the implications, not realizing he'd fallen into Dionysus's plan beautifully. While Pentheus tried to torture his prisoner, he was soon distracted by curious ideas of the Bacchae, which Dionysus was filling into the head of his listener. The king was joyed when his prisoner offered to take him to the forest to see. Pentheus was instructed to dress in disguise, while the stranger led him to spy in the forest. The women were all frolicking in innocent delight. Little did they know it was all about to turn horrid. Pentheus complained he could not see the women from the ground, so the stranger impossibly bent down a tree and placed the king upon it. From so high up, Pentheus could see women all around, but unfortunately that meant the Bacchae could also see him, the hypocrite. The voice of Dionysus came from the sky. "Bacchae, punish this creature for mocking me." The women obeyed their god and ran to Pentheus with a cry. Becoming rabid, they watched their animal try to flee. At Pentheus they threw rocks and branches like spears, until he screamed out and fell from the tree, and the Bacchae tore at his limbs and ignored his cries and tears. They were possessed by Dionysus, and the man before them they did not see. As he was being ripped apart, Pentheus desperately removed his disguise, and saw his mother was a part of the pack of wild women. He pleaded with her, "Mother, please, hear my cries," but she remained ignorant and beheaded him as if he were a demon. The Bacchae each carried away a piece of Pentheus, their prey, hands dripping in blood and proud of their efforts to please Dionysus. Agave thought it was a mountain lion she had just slain, and she held its head high in triumph and smugness. Agave soon realized she had murdered her own son, and mourned her loss with wet eyes. But Dionysus did what he had wanted done. He'd made the royals of Thebes pay for his mother's demise.